My hands are clean. Let's see how long I can go without touching my face. It's Monday the 16th of March and I'm here with you live, just 40 minutes late. Sorry for those of you who were waiting for 12 o'clock or whatever time it is in your zone. Sorry I'm running late, but hey, we're rolling with my son being home from school and lots of flux obviously with the coronavirus. But I've got a lot of stuff I want to share and I've got 15 minutes to do it because my wife has a coherence healing call with Joe Dispenza and her community in 15 minutes. So I'm going to watch my son at that point. So here we go. I'm going to dive right in. If you're watching the replay, drop a comment. Let me know if you're in Creator Circle. Drop a little circle icon so everybody else knows you and knows that we are doing that thing together. I would love that. Okay, loving the virus. This is like hashtag love the virus. That's my thing right now. What do I mean by that? Well, I don't mean, oh, I enjoy it and I want it. Let's help people die. That's not what I mean. For me, to love something is to allow it, to embrace it with compassion, to meet it with an open heart. Open arms, not necessarily because I want to keep it and hold on to it and add more life into it, but open arms because if I have anything in me that disallows it, that resists it, that hates it, then I'm actually going to make it stronger. It's only by being open to something, by embracing its possibility, and by even seeing it possibly as a gift, and not having a judgment about the virus as bad and wrong, because that will get the virus in me as an idea, and then I resist it, and it makes it worse. Specifically, what that could look like is by me having stress about the virus and angst in my body. Guess what it does to my immune system? It lowers it. It creates inflammation in my body, and the idea that the virus can get into me, the possibility of the virus getting into me actually goes up. So my conscious resistance to the virus actually increases the possibility that my body will accommodate the virus and let it multiply and make me sick. And so my not allowing with my mind and my spirit actually increases the potential for my accommodation of that virus in my body. But by allowing it in my consciousness, not resisting it with my mind, then I'm actually keeping a strong immune system. Hey, Dawn, keeping a strong immune system through allowing the virus to be in the world and allowing its quote-unquote threat. And then because of my immune system is stronger, the chance of me being infected by it is lower. Right? Also, what happens when I'm loving the virus, meaning I'm allowing the virus to be in the world and everything that's happening, I'm not judging it. What else happens is by being relaxed and by being at peace, I can be creative. I can be decisive. I just wrote a little piece the other day. It's my first of a series called How to Love the Virus. Number 1, I talked about how our indecision comes when there's a lot of chaos, right? And so when I'm stressed out and worried and there's chaos, it's like I can't make decisions and then I'm screwed. If I can't make decisions when there's chaos, I'm in rough shape. So when the times of chaos, I want to be more decisive. And so how am I going to do that? By not resisting. If I'm indecisive, that means I'm stressed, I'm anxious. And if I'm stressed, I'm anxious, that means there's something that's occurring in the world and I'm experiencing that in my mind and I'm not okay with it. And so I just want to love everything that's happening because I live in the experience of my love and my allowing. So I'm loving the virus. I'm loving it because of what that love does for me and the capacity it gives me and the peace it gives me and the creativity it gives me. But what else do I mean by love the virus? And I'll be writing about this over the weeks as we're all being presented with this experience. What else I mean by to love something is to create with it. So one of the things in my work of creating is to find places in my life where I'm hating something, resisting something, or hurting about something, and to go into that and find out what it is beneath that hate, that frustration, that hurt that I love. Because my mentor Steve showed me this, I don't hurt about something unless there's something that I love behind it. And so if I can get into contact with what it is that I love being healthy. I love other people being healthy. I love people that I meet not being at risk of contracting a virus. It's like, well, cool, then what can I do for that? Maybe you saw my video about why not to wash your hands of the coronavirus. Well, you don't want to wash your hands to protect yourself because that creates you as self-interested and feeling separate and scared. You want to wash your hands as a way of being for other people and connected to them and seeing their importance. A little 20-second meditation. Who am I protecting today? We had a couple of Asher's friends come over yesterday. 2 friends. Social distance, not so much, but we scaled down from a birthday party to just 2 friends for a couple of hours. But before they came, I went around the house washing all our doorknobs. And it was like a little meditation. What can I clean to protect other people? That creates me. right? And so one way to love the virus is to use it as a way into creating what you want in your life, more connection with people, more depth and compassion for people, something that I want to create for me. So let me use this. Welcome, Uwe. How can I use the virus to create what I would love? Right now, socially, I think Bernie Sanders is out there having a conversation, I think, and Biden to a certain degree, about this is an opportunity to use this thing that's happening to improve the health system in our country. So whatever your political beliefs are, I'm not saying that, but I'm pointing out that you can use something to hate. If you're not resisting it, if you're hating on it, you can't see creatively, you can't speak from spirit, you're just hating and frustrated and fighting, right? So I'm not going to war with the virus, I'm loving it to death. I have a video, I'll link it later in the comments, love to death what you hate. So I will love the virus to death, both socially but also personally, by meeting it with a very resourceful and creative and open heart. So keep watching for my articles where I talk about love the virus. I'll be talking more details about how to do that. What else did I want to share today? Oh, managing cash. I had a great conversation with my business manager, Kiara, this morning. Every Monday we talk, and one of the things that I've really discovered is that, like, I live in the heavens. Maybe you kind of noticed. I'm becoming more aware of it and just embracing that. Like, I live in concept and philosophy, and I love bringing that into action and creating stuff in the world. But as far as what's happening on the day-to-day, what's going on in the bank accounts, what's going on in the market, like, I don't pay much attention to that. I'm just not interested and inspired by it, and I find I'm okay with that now and not trying to make myself change to be into that. But I've got great support by somebody who is, and so she's getting involved in managing the cash, and it feels so great to have her support there. But one of the things she said when I was showing her the software that I use to manage my cash, the business and personal, she's like, oh, this is just like gardening. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, well, you know, you settle this stuff up and it's an intention, and then sometimes it works out and the plants grow and sometimes they don't. And it's like, oh, wow, that feels so much better automatically, because if I'm trying to manage cash in a certain way and it doesn't go that way, like I set up, I'm going to have this much revenue come in and this much budget for all these things, these vacations, these investments, whatever, then it doesn't happen. It's like stress. But she's like, well, when you garden, you put some tomatoes here, you put some carrots there, and then there's the light and the sun and there's rain, and then sometimes they grow and sometimes they don't. And that's all okay. You just meet it. And it felt so good to experience it that way. And I started thinking more about it. It's like, so budgeting and managing cash is kind of like digging irrigation channels. You know, I set everything up, and then, like, if it rains, then that stuff gets watered and it grows, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But then where's my role come in? What about the rain? It's like, well, I'll do my rain dance. I can't remember the book right now, but I read this book where the story was told about how they researched these people. I think it was an African tribe where, like, they were actually effective in making it rain. Every time they danced, it rained. And it's like, what is going on here? Every single time they danced, it rained. When they looked at it and studied it, what they discovered was they just danced until it rained. And so I love that idea that I can actually make it rain. If I just show up in action doing the things that I know makes it rain, I don't have to worry about when it does. I just have to set things up. It will rain, the money will come, and it will flow into all the right places, and everything, and the garden will be in full bloom, and everything will be taken care of. So this is what we talk about on Monday mornings, these kind of ideas. How can I conceptualize the things that are in front of me, the material things, in such a way where I'm drawn into it? I had a monthly revenue goal for like the last 8 months that I'm like, if I just meet this revenue goal every month, if I make this many sales, then all the water will flow through the system and everything will be taken care of. But it's like the idea of a monthly revenue goal I just haven't been able to get connected to, and it was like helping me to see that, like, that's just not exciting for me. Had me relax. So now we're creating what can get me excited. That's going to have so it's like rain dancing. What is my rain dance? This is my rain dance. Just helping people, just making a difference. If I just get out and do my rain dance every day, is this what it looks like? I don't know. Then it will rain. If I just help people and make a difference, it will rain. If I got my irrigation channel set up, then everything will be taken care of. So that's how I'm relating to it. Feeling really good right now. I'll let you know how it rolls. What else did I say I would talk about today? Exploring fitness. Oh, good. 5 minutes. Man, the time goes quick when I'm talking all by myself. Carl, Rachel, good to see you guys. Welcome. Hope everybody's staying healthy and enjoying their seclusion. So I'm exploring fitness right now. I think I mentioned the last couple of weeks about, like, moving away from my gym, feeling really good, trying out different gyms. And I've been doing CrossFit for 7 years, and I was so sure that I loved it, and I do love it. But on the other side of all the things that aren't that, I have ideas that are in the way that I just started to see. So one of the things that I'm doing and decrease the risk of bringing virus into the home is leaving my phone at home, because this thing's like a virus magnet. You touch your hands, you touch this, then it's in your pocket, just virus lives on it. So it's clean, I leave it at the house, and if I go out, I leave it here. And I've got my Apple Watch, so I'm still connected. But I'm not on. What was cool this morning is when I went out to one of the few gyms that's still open, there was a few of us there. They were like Lysoling everything, disinfecting while we're working out. And I'm there after the workout, just sitting there, just drinking my little protein thing after the workout, and with no phone. It was a new gym, I didn't know anybody, just sitting there, just sitting for 15 minutes in public. It's like, this is awesome. I'm just thinking, and what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about this new gym that I've tried out. It's like, wow, it's really cool, but it didn't have like a high intensity interval while I'm getting my heart really high. It was like this strength and stability, very focused, mindful movements, and they're all about self-mastery, so I really liked it, but I'm like, I couldn't do this because I like to get my heart rate up and do high-intensity interval training every morning. I can't start my day without that. And I just noticed, that I couldn't, but that because, and I'm so conscious of those right now, because, and this I articulated this morning when I reflected on it, it's like we only resist something when we're being called in that direction. It's like I'm not resisting like learning how to cut hair. I'm not resisting that because there's nothing in me that's even calling me in that direction. I'm not pointed towards that. And so I'm only resisting the idea of not starting my day with metabolic conditioning, with high intensity interval training, because something's calling me in the direction of not that. And so anytime that I feel that I'm resisting something, I was like, wow, what is it? First of all, what's calling me in the direction that's even, what is it I'm being called to that even has that be an issue? That's really interesting to me. And what is the idea that I have about that makes that creates that resistance? Another one, like I have to be working out in a class if I'm going to do high intensity cardio. I can't do that by myself. Yeah, but what about those couple of guys that work out at my gym by themselves all the time that I'm always noticing? Oh wow, maybe there's a call to like, and I'm thinking, one of my goals is to become more introverted, right? A lot of people are introverts, so want to be more extroverted, but I actually am growing to be more introverted, to be able to spend more time with myself, to be able to self-reference more, and to create more of an internal experience that's fulfilling and not need other people around me all the time to have energy. Maybe working out alone a little bit more could be a growth for me. So, but these possibilities are on the other side of resistance that I'm noticing, because I'm saying anytime that I'm experiencing resistance, there's something that I'm being called to. Another classic example I give is like, do you have recurring fear of robbing a bank? No, because you don't have anything in you that has you want to. Right? And people only fear public speaking if there's something in them that's calling them to speak publicly. Otherwise, it's just not relevant. You don't see it. Hi, Tyrone. Good to see you. Felipe, good to see you, man. All the way from Europe. I hope you're feeling well and healthy. Hope you guys are all staying healthy. My 4-year-old now, he was 3 up until this weekend. We had to cancel his birthday party. I think I said that at the aquarium. We had a couple kids come over to the house yesterday, but Saturday was actual birthday, and it was so sweet. He woke up in the morning, and I went in a room, and he was awake, and I said, "Hey, buddy, happy birthday." And he said, "Are my friends here?" It's like he didn't really have distinction between birthday and birthday party, and we didn't realize that. We told him his birthday was coming, but he thought party. And then throughout the day, he's like, "Where's the piñata?" Because we had one last year. He's like, "I want to be first." And there were these moments of heartbreak. It was so sweet because he didn't have distinction between birthday and birthday party. So slowly throughout the day he got it. And once the gifts started to come, thank God for Amazon, right? The packages had all arrived already from the different parts of the family. Kind of did some FaceTime calls. He opened the presents, this burst of joy. And then it was like, on to the next one. It was beautiful. And then we had a cake, just me, my wife, and him. We sang happy birthday to him, blew his candles out, we ate the cake together. And then we sat on the sofa with this huge new Buzz Lightyear toy. And together we watched Toy Story 2. And I just had the best, it was one of the best days I've ever had in my life. It was so beautiful and so sweet. And I'll remember it forever. As the coronavirus birthday party, 4 years old. There's no like profound insight into that I had to share, but that's okay. I'm here just to share my life with you guys. I'm so grateful that you're interested in that. What have I got coming up this week? Because I've got 1 minute, then I have to jump for my wife to do her Joe Dispenza, who's had a big impact in our life through her. I'm very grateful for that. I have a video about the coronavirus. You may have seen it already. There's one coming out on all channels this week. I've got a video about why you should stop asking people for what you want, which is the opposite of what I've been talking about a lot recently. So I look forward to you seeing that. And I also was asked recently at the end of one of my Creators Circle calls, how do you create and come up with so many ideas? And so I answered them on like this rant, and then I thought, man, that would be really useful to share. And so for the first time, I've never done this before, but I actually have edited out my response in the Creators Circle recording from the video, and I'm going to share it with you. It doesn't show anybody else or any of the conversation, just my speaking that answer. So I'm actually going to share that video directly with you, where I share exactly how I create all the ideas that I create. I mean, I've got a list of like 10 or 15 right now in the queue to just shoot videos about. So I'm going to give you that basically sometime this week, probably Friday. But it's also, I also talk about how that plays into my business, where the ideas come from, and how that leads all the way down to generating revenue and all the way around. So look forward to that. And the last thing I'll say, I've got some amazing people joining the next Creators Circle. A couple of people on this wall are moving to that wall. That wall is future clients. That wall is current clients. Some of those people are going to move back over here when we finish, but that's good. So if you have any interest in being in conversation on a regular basis, in a way that how you see yourself and how you see life will be different at the end of a year. Like not just how you see your future, but actually how you conceptualize reality, how you approach problems, how you approach feelings you have on the inside, then let me know. I'd love to have a conversation with you about having an ongoing conversation with you that evolves your experience of life, gives you more power to do what you want, both your happiness and your effectiveness in the material world. Most of all, thank you so much for being here. Michael, welcome, my friend. Lots of new names. Haven't seen you in a while, brother. I hope you're well. If you need toilet paper, we got plenty. Let me know. I'm just down the street. All right, love all you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be with you again next. Bye for now.